Welcome to Python Programming Language video tutorials by Shine India Pvt Limited. I am your Posubabu Sir, Technical, Quant, Logical Reasoning Trainer. In this presentation, I would like to discuss dot format method. Without wasting much time, let's start and discuss about this dot format method. Now let me write the same thing here. Dot format method. So what is the use of this method? Using this method, so we can add external objects into a string, into this string. So here, what is meant by external objects? So it might be decimal values, or it might be float values, it might be strings, it might be characters, and so on. In my previous presentation, I have discussed string formatting using modulus operator. So here we have used modulus operator. This is what the operator we have used in order to format the string. Now let me recall with a small example so that we can continue with this dot format method. So let me go back to my IDE and let us recall with an example. So let me take some a is equal to hello. Now let me write here say, and here I'm using percentage yes, and I'm writing here Python. Now outside of this, I'm writing here percentage a. So what will happen here? So if you observe with a keen, you will come to know here whatever the content that is pointed by a has been replaced by here percentages. So instead of this percentage, the content which is pointed by a will be replaced. Now, which means what this percentage is a placeholder for this, the content which is pointed by a. Now, let me execute it so that you could understand. Now, here we have taken one placeholder. Now, can we take two placeholders? Yes. Let me copy it and paste it over here. And now let me take b is equal to Python. Now here I am taking percentage yes. So here two placeholders are there. So in this case, the syntax you have to use, so brackets, write a comma b. Now which means this first percentage yes has been replaced the content which is pointed by object a. So that is what hello. So hello will be replaced here. Now in the second percentage yes, so which will be replaced the content which is pointed by object b, that is what Python. Now let me execute it so that you could understand. So we got the output as say hello to Python. Now if you want to highlight this Python, so instead of this percentage yes, so you may use here r, percentage r, so that you could understand the difference. So you will be getting in quotes. So I hope the idea is clear to everybody. Now, so let me copy this and let us go back over here and you just try to paste it. Now, if you observe here, so this is a placeholder. Let me write it here. So this is what a placeholder and this is what a placeholder, right? Now, instead of this placeholders, so in this string dot format method, we will be having curly brackets. So that is what the difference. I would like to explain now the dot format method. Now, let me take a small example so that you could understand in a better way. Now, let me write the same string, say. So here, instead of percentages, you have to use curly brackets. Now, two, again, you just try to use curly brackets, right? And then quotation close. Now, here you have to use a dot format method, dot format, right? So now, in first curly brackets, I just want to have content which is pointed by A. So that is what hello, right? Which means I'm writing here A. So I'm assuming that A holds the content called hello, right? Now B holds what? The content, which is what here string, that is Python, right? Now, if you execute this one, you will be getting similar output as we got in the previous approach. So this approach, modulus operator, it is what old technique in order to format the string. So this is the old technique in order to format the string, right? Now we have been learning dot format method. Now let me execute the similar code in my IDE and let's see what could be the output we will be getting. Now let me go back to my IDE. So as I told you already, instead of these percentages, now I'm using curly brackets. Here also I'm using curly brackets, right? Now you have to write here dot format method. So dot format of A comma B. Now let me execute it. So you will be getting the same output as like previous. So I hope everybody understood what I have conveyed. Now, is it required to take the variable names and stores the data? So you may write the same content here as well, right? Now let me copy the content which is there in that particular cell and paste it over here. So now let me write instead of A, hello, and instead of B, I am writing Python. Now let me execute it. So you will be getting the same output, say hello to Python, right? Now let me erase these two lines. You could see here, we got the same output. Now let me write one more example. In this case, I'm starting with a string that is please, and here I'm using curly brackets, and I'm using again curly brackets, and I'm writing here our, and again I'm using curly brackets. So three curly brackets I have used. So let us write the dot format method. So inside this dot format method, so I'm writing the first one like, and second one I'm writing share, and the third one I'm writing channel. Now let me execute it so that you could see. Please like and share our channel. So I hope you could understand, right? Now let me copy the same thing and paste it in one more shell. Now here I'm writing 0, and here I'm writing 1, and here I'm writing 2. Now let me execute it, and what will happen, let us see. So we got the same output as like previous. Now what is the meaning of this 0, 1, 2? So these are the index numbers. These are the index numbers. At 0th index, we have a light, so that it has been replaced with a light. And so index number 1, we have a share. So share has been replaced. At index number 2, we have a channel. So channel has been replaced. Now, if I have written here 1 and here 0, now let's see what changes we got it. You could see, please share and like our channel. So that is what the difference. So which means here inside these curly brackets, you may pass index numbers as well as per your requirement. So I hope the idea of this method is clear to everybody. Let me share you one more example which makes you to better understanding of this concept. Now let me remove this. So here I'm going to write, so A is equal to, so I'm writing my name over here. And then, so let us take some B is equal to, so my favorite number, some 99 I've taken here, right? Now, let me take quotation and here I'm writing my name is, and let us take curly brackets. So here inside I'm writing name, right? So, and then I'm writing, and my favorite number is, so again I'm using curly brackets. Now here I'm writing some num. So if you observe here, so name is not there, right? So I have taken a variable called A and B. So these two variables I have taken, right? So A is an object which points the content called my name. So B is another object which is pointing to the content, that is what number, right? Now let us write here dot format. And here I am writing, so if you are passing here A comma B, then so it won't take, right? So the content which is pointed by A cannot be replaced over here because here variable name is different. So create a new name, new variable over here. So for that I'm writing here name is equal to A and I'm writing here num is equal to B. So what does it mean? So name is going to be pointed, the content which is pointed by A. Num is pointed, the content which is pointed by B. So which means in name we have now Posubabu, in num we have 99. Now let me execute it so that you could understand. Now you could see here, my name is Posubabu and my favorite number is 99. So I hope the idea of this dot format method clear. Now let me take any floating values. Can we add any float objects over here? Yes, we can. Let's take one more example for that. So here I'm taking, so A is equal to some 35. Now let me write here quotation and here I'm writing my marks in Telugu subject is. Let me take here some float values. So 35.76. Now here I'm taking curly brackets. Now let us use dot format, and here what I'm going to do, A. Now whatever the value which is pointed by A has been replaced in this curly brackets. Now you could see we got this one, right? Now, if you want to access the float values and if you want to control them, so let us write here colon and then, so here I'm writing F, right? Now, let me execute it. You could see the output. My marks in Telugu subject is 35.760000, right? So after decimal, Python gives, so how many digits over here? 6 digits. As the precision of float is 6 digits, right? So by default, we will be getting, right? Now, let me copy this. Now, let me take one more step. Now, you could see I'm writing here dot 2f. So, and I'm going to give here certain other numbers also. So, 76456. Now, when you are writing here dot 2f, which means after decimal, we need only 2 digits. So that is what the meaning. Now, let me execute it. Now, you will be getting the output as exactly 35.76. So I hope you could understand, right? So as I told you, we could pass index numbers. Now, here you may pass index number, that is 0. So 0 colon dot 2f. Now, similar output we will be getting here. we will be getting similar output. So I hope you could understand what I have conveyed, right? Now let me take one more variable name here. So some b, which is equal to, so let me take some 76.85478. So this is what the value I have taken and which has been stored in variable b. Now let me take here b also. Now I am writing here in Telugu subject. Let me write here English. English subject is, again take curly brackets. Now here I am passing the index number. So here the index number is 0, which means the values which is there at this particular place so has been replaced, right? Now here I am writing index number 1 and colon, and again I am writing here dot 3f, right? Now let me execute it so that you could understand the output. My marks in Telugu subject is 35.76. English subject is 76.855. So I hope you could understand. Here, 854 is there, but if you see the next digit, it is greater than or equal to 5. So hence it is added to the front, right? So hence we will be getting output as 76.855. So I hope you could understand, right? So we can access the float values. We can add the float values into the strings. We can add decimal numbers into the strings. We can add strings also into the strings. So we can add any object over here into the string. So that is what the dot format method. So if you clearly understood, so how to use this dot format method, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching.